And my first mistake of the night, right away, I forgot to mute myself. Hopefully I sound okay. So, hello and welcome again to the Sounds of Ibrox. Oh, what a start that was. And that's me just poured a drink, and that's I've had about two sips out it, and that's it happening already. Oh, dearie me. This is going to be a good one. Right, so tonight we'll be discussing this loan signing of Fabio Silva. See what you guys think. As you'll probably notice, that I'm here myself, so I've got no experts for Wolves to tell us what Fabio is like. So, unlike everybody else, I think every pod under the sun has actually got a Wolves expert, and so unfortunately you're stuck with me. And as you know, I'm no expert, so just need to get on with it and see what we can say. Hopefully, you guys can chip in and give us a little bit of your thoughts. We'll be talking about the manager, what he said in his pressers today, or should we say what he never said at the pressers of the day. Try to get blood out of stone after Big Phil. And then we'll talk about, obviously, the game tomorrow at the Den Of Delinquents. And we'll discuss what we think, how the game's going to go, and hopefully everything's going to go okay. So just a couple of hellos. Hi there, Sharpie. Hi there, Bluebells. How you doing? JM's in. Hi there. I don't think there'll be very many in the night because I think there's quite a few pods on at the same time, which I didn't know. As you know, I always try and get mine separate for everybody else's. So let's get into this and see what we can do. Right, Fabio Silva. Now, this was mentioned about, I think it was about a month ago, his name was mentioned. And I don't know if we spoke about him on here. But basically, I just said it was pie in the sky, really, because we didn't really. I think the price that was given on him, obviously, Wolves had bought him for 35 million, but it's probably peanuts down there, but it's a lot of money up here. Uh, I thought it'd be far too much. I didn't think we'd be getting a player of that calibre in. Apparently, people have been on the marketplace transfer listing, and he's down to like 13 million. But I I just don't go at anything with that website. Does I've had a look at it a few times and certain players, and you look at the market price they give players, and some of it is just I think they just make it up. Probably the same as us fans do with some of your players. Because we're like, as soon as we see a good player, look at Morelos. We were writing about 30 million off of him. We ended up getting rid of him for nothing. So you can't really say much about sites really because they're just the same as us really. They don't know anything other than a player's only worth what people will buy for them. And that's as simple as that. So as far as I'm aware, and I'm just seeing what Sharpie says there, I was waiting to say that. Apparently, that other mob were wanting them as well. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Obviously, it was on a couple of chats in their Twitter accounts and that they're supposedly be wanting them. Then all of a sudden, obviously, they're denying the fact. But that's what they always do. Any player that's linked with us and them, they automatically say no. We weren't even looking at them. So that's why it just goes that way, didn't it? Right. So he's 21 now. He's 22 in July. Uh, Started off his career at Porto, I believe. Uh, and right for then, he was hailed as a big prospect, a wonder kid, as they say. I've been looking at his stats and that through his actual Wikipedia thing, and it's like he had 12 appearances for Porto, one goal. That was in 2019-2020. In 2020, Wolves bought him. He played 62 games and he only get 4 goals, which to me is a little bit worrying. Then he went to Anderlecht for 22-23 season, and he played 20 games with 7 goals, which is not too bad considering the league that they're in. And then went for there over to PSV on loan, and he made 14 appearances and 4 goals. So he definitely knows his way in the back of the net. He might not be as prolific as we would maybe want to now, but we've seen players coming in before that have never ever scored very many in other leagues and have absolutely blasted it in the SPFL. So, as we always try and say, the proof is in the pudding. We need to wait and see what the guy is like when he puts that Ranger jersey on, because there've been bigger names than him that have came to Ibrox and not been able to wear the jersey. So I'll wait and see what the guy's like. No doubt everybody here, we've all looked at the 5 minute clip, what he's all about on YouTube. And as always, they pick out the best parts of him. Does he look as though he can do different things? Yeah, I think he does. He doesn't look like the streaky streaky bit of port that I thought he was. He is quite timid. He gets stuck in, and apparently I've not got the stats here, but I've listened to CG Novo yesterday, and he was talking about he picked up a few yellow cards, so he's not afraid to get stuck in. So well, we just need to get on there and see what he's like. We needed somebody up front. It was as simple as that. To get it in this soon is pretty damn amazing for me. It gives us some intent of what Big Phil's going to do and get players in. Obviously, I had the press of the day, and the media was trying to pick his brains to find out who was coming in, what players he was thinking about, or positions he was going to do, but he never really gave much away at all. It's just bloody typical, isn't it? Especially as fans were like, right, come on, just tell us, are we going to get another striker? Are we going to get a centre mid in? Who's leaving? He doesn't join, he won't start the games the 1st of January, so there's no point even discussing them really the now. He'll be away as Clement said, he'll be away to the training camp abroad, and then they'll pick out for there to see how they go. On the presser, I just say, by the way, everybody, Merry Christmas. I really hope you had a good one. So here's one for yous. It's a wee Southern Comfort lemonade. I've known Southern Comfort for years. I thought I was asked if I'm going to buy a bottle, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not that impressed with it at all. I don't know even what I seen me that other years ago, but he kept I don't know, do you think he kept very tight-lipped today on the fitness? He was on about with Connor Goldson. He wasn't going to let everything, in fact, anything out the bag, did he at all? He was a bit, he was in the training, but he wouldn't give an update. He basically said he would have to wait and see. I think he was saying that about near all the players. So I'm hoping anyway. It's just a wee premonition that he is fit and he will play. The same with Lundstrom and all the players that were due to come back. Obviously, Roofs, he's done. I don't see anything happening with Ryan Jack either. He wasn't even, as far as I'm aware, maybe you guys will be able to correct me. I don't think Ryan Jack's name was even mentioned today. So I don't really know what's happening. Merry Christmas, Brian. I hope you and your family had a good one, mate. Hi there, Callum. How you doing? He is. That's what I'm saying. He's keeping very quiet about them. So I'm hoping that maybe he's keeping that wee ace up his sleeve. But as you said, he's doing the complete opposite of what Bale did, and he's like, I'm not making false promises here. I'm not going to say I either fit or they're not going to play. Then they turn up. He said he's not into mind games, which to be perfectly honest with you, I don't believe him because I really think he's no daft at all, that man, and I think he knows what he's doing. So hopefully the players that we thought might not make it will actually get a game tomorrow. But you're surprised the game getting postponed the other day there. I didn't actually know that the weather was as bad because I don't watch Timmy social media. I don't watch social media. I don't watch the Timmy mainstream media at all. I don't watch the news like that. The only thing I check is social media and fan sites for Rangers games, and I had been on that whole day. And then I found out later, I was just about to put the game on about half an hour before it came on, and it was said postponed. I was like, what's going on here? That's not right. Because the weather's up, because I'm only about 10 mile away from Ibrox, and I'm like, the weather's fine here. What's going on? But then obviously I heard the weather up there was absolutely shocking, and it was pretty bad. And as we know, that A9, which we're still waiting to get upgraded for 2014, has still not happened. But we won't go down that route because I think we all know who to blame for that. So let's get into the meat and bones of this whole pod, hopefully, right? Tomorrow. This is probably the best we've played as a group of players. Probably, I'd say, since Gerrard left. I'm not saying that we've got a better squad and we've got better players. All I'm saying is I think we've got a better team. Our players that are playing as a team. I think Clement's managed to bring in that thing that was missing for the team was belief. It was every game we went into, even as fans when we were watching the game, I don't think even we had the belief. We were talking for the heart and not for the head all the time. Every single game, 3-0, 5-0, or 2-0. We're going to win this game. We're going to win that game. Even though we knew that it was going to be hard, we just put our faith in ourselves really, and it wasn't so much the actual team itself because Rangers had not played well up until Phil came for at least a season, maybe a season and a half. We get the odd occasion where a proper Rangers team turned up, but it wasn't consistent enough and it wasn't good enough. And I don't know how many fans, even you go into any of the fan sites on YouTube, they were all saying they weren't looking forward to going to watch the game. It was just, it was soul destroying. And every time we were going to play them, it was our hope and our belief that probably made it even worse because we were getting in there and we're thinking, right, this time, and this time, and every time something went wrong, certain players never turned up. Beale just made a complete and utter arse of everything. Some of his decisions were totally baffling. And when I think now these guys are paid tens of thousands of pounds a week, and when you've got us fans sitting in the living room watching the telly, going to the stands, watching the game, and we're all saying the exact same thing: is why is he playing that formation? Why is he not playing? What's going on? There's something wrong if we're all agreeing with each other. Because as Rangers fans, we don't agree with each other but all that often. I mean, see, I've got my pet hate with Tavernier, but that's turned into a wee bit of a meme with me because I enjoy doing it now just to wind people up because I think Tav's been doing reasonably well. I don't think he's been having brilliant games, but I think he has stood up in a couple of games now, and I can see a difference in him. There is that wee bit more belief in him now. And as I said, if we manage to get a treble this season, I've said it before, I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame. That does epitomise his career at Rangers, and then I can turn around and say, without any badness, that I mate, you probably do deserve to be in there because you've been here for so many years. You've not got that many trophies, but you were here when we were in the lower division, and you've stuck with the team. So hopefully, he's about to pick up another couple this season. Now, going for a lineup. I'm not too sure what you guys think about a lineup tomorrow. What's going to be the back four? Are we going to get if we get Golson in? Is it just going to be the usual? Is it going to be Tavernier, Golson, get Big Leon in, and for me, and this is a weird one for me, guys, because I'm not that much of a big fancier of this player either. Is Borna Barisic, Because although I thought Yilmaz had a decent game, I thought his passing was pretty abysmal. I thought his crossing was really bad. But because he was playing inverted, he did a couple of good runs inside, and I thought he did pretty well. That's something we can't get with Borna Barisic. But Borna Barisic, as we've always said, he can swing that ball in. And if we can just get one of the players up front to pick it up, it's a goal. All you need to do is be in the right position at the right time. So it's got to be obviously it's got to be Dessers up front tomorrow. So we'll need to rely on this guy. I don't know if any of you guys seen his presser the day. I've always had a wee bit of faith in Dessers. He's not what we need. He needs to bring a lot more to the team. A lot more to the team. I just don't know. I don't think he's fitted in completely with the Scottish game yet. He's getting there slowly but surely. He's picking up goals now, and we can't ask for anything more than that. If he's scoring goals, that's all we ever wanted. Is somebody up scoring the goals. And maybe now that Fabio's in, I think he's a completely different player, and I'm pretty sure that he can play the nine, either the 9, the 10 or the 11. So he's quite versatile as well. So hopefully he can bring something else, especially in that right side, because all we've really got is right and wee Ross. Now, as much as I want wee Ross to do well, I don't want him shoved into the deep end. I certainly don't want him to be everybody blaming him the way that happened with King, because I thought King did really well, especially for the class of players he was playing against. It was the Champions League. We're playing some of the best teams in the world, and but him, he was alongside Sands. Basically, Sands was a defensive. He's a mid defender. He's not a centre mid. So I do feel for the guy. So that's the only thing. And obviously, I was going to bring this up later, Sharpie, but I've tried my best with Lammers. I really did, especially when they first came. But I can't see anything. Put it this way, I reckon he's played worse than when Matondo first came in and started playing for us. That's how bad I think he's been playing. For me, it needs to be Cantwell, and as far as I know, Dow. Would you play? I don't know if it would use any of you guys fancy Dow. I think Dow's a brilliant player. He's just back. I don't think he's at full fitness yet or match yet. Match. I was trying to say that with my teeth in. Match fitness yet or match sharpness. But I thought he did reasonably well. Auld was just saying that that Vickers is it for them. I've got no idea, mate. I've not watched any. You know, I'd usually pop on some of their pods to have to see what they're saying in that. But I've no real. That, as I said, because of Christmas New Year, a couple of things have happened in like personal life and that. So I've not been able to catch up on certain things. So if he's out, that will be a big loss for them. Alex is saying that Dell looks class. He's not quite there yet, Alex. I don't think he's as I said. I think it was Shona when I was doing the Gallant Few podcast when she first heard he was coming out. She actually said that he would be better than Cantwell. He's not proved that. He's got a lot to prove because I think the team should be built around about him. But Cantwell really needs to rein himself in a wee bit. I think he tries way too hard sometimes, and it gets him into bother. He really needs after the park. I don't care what he says. He can go into all his social media, slag them off, and slag everybody off, or slag certain social media guys off. I don't care about that. I've always said it's their guys' lives. They can do whatever they want. We maybe no like it as fans. Oh, don't do that. You wind them up. But we don't have any right to say that to these guys. That's their guy's personal life. They may be a part of Rangers, but they do what they want to do. It's the exact same as us. I mean, say, how would you feel if your work turned and said to you, right, well, by the way, you can't say this, or that see that belief you've got, you can't say anything about that because you work here, you're not allowed to say that. Now, I'm not going into the heavy duty stuff or anything like that. Like people they should be saying it anyway. I'm talking about just even silly wee things like maybe a an artist that you like, a music artist you like, and because of that music artist, the way they play their music or the words of their songs or anything like that, and then your employer turns around and says, "Oh, by the way, you can't turn around and say you like that because of X Y song," and you're like, what are you on about?" But maybe I'm way off the track there. But I hope you understand what I mean. Just for me, I want him to on the park. I want him to concentrate his football. Stop trying to be too gallus. I think he's been far too gallus in the field sometimes with the wee fancy flicks and that. He doesn't need to do that. Just concentrate on what you're good at, pal. Your football and your flair. You're good at that. Stick in at that, and the fans will love it. Brian saying can't well needs to stop his Bruce Lee dives. I need to agree, Brian. I think he needs to stop going to ground so easy. I'm not saying that he's diving, but he goes to ground a bit too easy for me. And it's the same way with Dessers as well. There's been a few times that Dessers time he does what we Alpha used to do. He backs into the player, then he falls to his backside. He thing is, Alpha was good at that. He was good at muscling it. Dessers was not as good at that as him, and you can see it. And the referee doesn't buy it, so he really needs to stop doing that as well. Just a wee hi to Linda. Hi there, Linda. Hope you're doing well. Uh, what else can we talk about? There's Aldo. What's he saying? I think the most important player for us tomorrow will be Sima, not only going forward, but getting back to Helborna. Aldo, it's Sima has been, even though he's not been scoring the way we've been wanting to score, especially with the way it started off, I think the work that he puts in is to help Warner, or even when he was helping Real Mazino, it is unbelievable the work he puts in. So I'm not going to complain about Sima at all. No doubt he's one of the first names in the sheet as well. Linda, Todd has to stop showboating. Just that's exactly what I'm saying, Linda. It's that's a good word for it. He was showboating, and I don't want that. I want him to just concentrate on his actual football. Brian, can't well. I was wondering if it was like can't well. I'm like, what? Oh dear. Exactly, Sharpie. That's why they called him the Buffalo. Aye, it was absolutely unbelievable. Um, she's fine. I don't know. Can you actually see her? I don't know if you can see her with this light on. She's on her wee bed in there for a change. She actually came through to the living room. She's too busy destroying our Christmas presents. So what I'll do is I'll ask you all if you want to put a line up or a score prediction for tomorrow, right? And I'll do mine while I'm waiting for some answers. As I said, I never seen their last game, but I seen a couple of highlights of it, and basically they absolutely destroyed them in the second half. They're, I think they're struggling the same as we are up front for scoring or breaking teams down. Now, obviously, tomorrow I don't think it'll be that much. I'll have a 10 behind the ball on either side. Their defences, I think, has been actually really dodgy. They're especially what they've been saying is their defence during corners are absolutely horrendous. Now, as we all know, that they're scoring from corners is pretty horrendous. So it evens itself out. So the players will need to be up for it. I think Clement will have them in that place. I think it's going to be a really, really cagey game. A really cagey game, and I don't think it's going to be a high. I'd love to turn around and say it's going to be 3-0. I think it's going to be close, really close. One of my great friends, Babu's in again. Babu, hi there, doll. You going to say 2-1 to Rangers, nice and close? Stuart is saying 3-0. See my double in Dessers. That would suit me, mate. That would certainly suit me. Sharpie's saying Celtic 1, Rangers 3. He's giving Dessers, Seamer, and Cantwell. Well, Sharpie, see if you put a bet on that. Make sure you're chat my door, because the round's on you, my man. Linda's saying 2-1, Seamer and Dessers. Who else have we got? Alex 1-0, 96 penalty. Well, do you want to know something? I so hope that comes flashing up on Twitter X or whatever you call it tomorrow. Penalty to Rangers. The meltdown alone that'll cause will be absolutely immense. GM saying 3-1. Cantwell for the first one. Right, well, I'm going to go. God. I want to say a draw, but I can't. I can't go. I can't let this. I can't let these down troops. I can't go a draw. Although that's what I'm feeling, I'm going to go 1-0. No, sod it. 2-1 to Rangers. And I'm going to go a Tav penalty in Dessers. So that's why. And in fact, I think their goal is going to come for a penalty as well. So I think we're going to get a penalty each. So none of them can complain then, because if they turn around and say, but you've got a penalty. I'm like, I suppose did you. A 96-minute one would be absolutely perfect for me. I would love that. So, there RFC in there. Hi there, buddy. You're saying 2-1 Seaman Dessers? I don't. Do you not think they'll score against us tomorrow, mate? Honestly, see as long as they've got that Kyogo, mate. There's always a chance for them to score. We might hate him. We might absolutely detest him. But see his runs. His runs are absolutely fantastic. They really are. He's a diving wee arsehole. We all know that. But it's his runs through the players and his timing has usually been good. But a lot of their fans have been saying he's not been firing all that well the last few games. They're just. I don't know whether it's the way Rodgers is playing, whether he's playing him out of position or no, the way that he likes to play, that he was playing under Postecoglou. I don't really know. Brian's semi-realistic 2-1. Well, glad somebody agrees with me. Oh dear. Auld, are you away, mate? Sorry, I missed that, buddy. Sorry, buddy. You have a good one, mate. Hopefully, after the game, I'll probably pop on for a wee while. It'll probably just be myself again. As I said, I did have something planned for somebody to be on tonight, but unfortunately, I just felt that everybody in their dug was getting a Wolves supporting fan pod on, and I don't want to copy everybody else. And as you said, you probably heard everything for them anyway, so it'd be absolutely pointless watching this as well. So hopefully some folk will come in. Oh, before I forget, at my last look, that's how bad it's been. I've not even looked to see how many subscribers I got. I think that at the last count I had 196. So I've had 196. In fact, yeah, still 196. So I'm 4 off my target for tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get my 200 in for tomorrow. So hopefully I can get that. But if you hit the like button and all that, it does help. If you've got any comments, anything you want to say to me or ask me, just put it down below. Because even make a comment in the after the actual video is absolutely brilliant. It helps it apparently helps the algorithm. As I said, I don't know. I'm not that much a technical person. I just come in here to talk about Rangers and talk to you guys, and hopefully you enjoy the show for the what is it now? Well, 30 minutes of your life that I've took away for you. As Sharpie saying, there will be a repeat of 99 Raging Celtic fans on the pitch attack the ref. Well, that was actually quite. you saying that, it was quite weird hearing Big Phil saying that about the. Did you hear that about him saying, we don't care about the fans." What he said, I thought was brilliant as well. See when he said there'll be there, there'll be no Rangers fans there. He says, "Aye, but they'll be there." He pointed to his heart. I was like, "Get in there, big man! You better believe you're going to be there with you. You might not be there bloody have your body, but we'll be there in spirit. That's for sure." I love that. And then he said about the as long as everything will be good, it doesn't matter as long as there's no fans in the pitch, which I thought was a bit, what's he trying to say here? Because as we know, it's happened before, so it's a wee bit of, as I said, it's a wee bit of mind games for the guy. He's, as I said, he's not quite as stupid as he thought. Alex, the gangrene began Mass Harry Carey. I don't think you're allowed to say that, Alex. No, they'll certainly have a meltdown, that's for sure. That they'll certainly have a meltdown. But all I can say is hopefully we come out, the players come out, play the way they've been playing as a team together, fight for it, give it everything. That's all we ask. If we go out there and we really, really perform, if we get beat, we get beat. As long as the players perform. Because even if we get beat, the league's no over. Although we'll get game in hands and it makes the gap bigger, technically it would make the gap back to down to 2 points again. So the league's, even if we win this, the league's no over. Well, it gives bragging rights. Aye, it gives loads of bragging rights because I think we deserve it. We better get it right up, yeah. But it works both ways. We just need to wait and see. A draw doesn't change a thing. A loss puts us back to the position we were in before, and a win, it gives us a wee bit of belief, and hopefully that'll actually give the rest of the team and the new players that are going to be coming in, because I've got no doubt that I've got a feeling. Is that a feeling? I've got a feeling. It's not that feeling, unfortunately, but I've got a feeling that we will be bringing in about 4 players this window, at least 4, and I can see at least 2 or 3 going out the door, and I think the 2 or 3 that'll be going out the door is probably the ones that have been constantly injured. If we don't see them getting moved on to another team, I think we might see them actually removed for Ibrox. I don't know if whether that'll come through or not, but that's just the feeling I'm getting. So I'm going to wish you a brilliant day tomorrow. Come on, the Rangers. We are the people. Have a good one, guys. Good night.